Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch La Casa de Papel season 5, episode 3. I just watched the two first episodes. If you want to see my reaction videos about these two first episodes, I'm gonna put the links into the eye. And if you don't know me, I reacted also to the seasons 3 and 4 when they were out, so if you want to see that, go check the playlist, you know, that I made for this show if you want to to see me crying like hell when all of that happened to Nairobi. It was not only at the end. Just be sure that all along her journey, her difficult, painful journey, I cried. Before beginning to talk about the show, yes, I'm French. As you can hear with my beautiful accent, I'm French. I'm watching the show in Spanish with the English subtitles, and yes, I'm reacting in English most of the time. I think that for the two first episodes, I didn't have any impulsive words in French, you know, or in Spanish also. I saw that, you know, during the two last seasons, sometimes I was reacting in Spanish just because of the fact that I was talking Spanish and it was influencing me. It was not the case for the two first episodes, and that's it. I'm talking to you in English because I want you guys to be able to understand me, all of you. Also, I'm gonna repeat it at the end of this intro, but remember that you have my Patreon on which you can already find the 5 first episodes. If you are watching this on YouTube, on Patreon they already have them, and with a full reaction part for the two first episodes. For sure, I'm gonna put the full reaction part, and I think that it's gonna be the case for all of the other episodes because of the fact that I'm reacting a lot during this show because a lot of things are happening with each episode. So that's it. Okay, about what happened during the two last episodes. The first one, it was a presentation. You know, they presented us the new characters. They presented us Raphael, Berlin's son, Berlin has a son, Berlin has a son who is gonna be involved into that robbery. I really think so. He was clearly not a good dad when his son was young because he considered him as a burden, but also when his son was an adult because he just considered him as someone that he can use for the robberies. And his son didn't want to be a part of it. He was really against all of what his father was doing. So that can explain the fact that he was not involved into the first robbery, the one where Berlin died. He was not there, but maybe, you know, with his father's death, maybe because of that, it changed his way of seeing stuff. He understood that what his father said about life being short and all, it changed him, you know, it talked to him finally, and that's why maybe for this robbery, this final season is gonna be there to help us. I really think that if he was introduced to us like that during the first episode, it's because of the fact that at some point we're gonna see him again and he's gonna be on our side. Other character, Renee, who was with Tokyo, with who she began to be a thief and all, he died. That's what she said. Again, for what I think about this show, for the fact that he was a part of the trailer and all, maybe he's just right there to be used during the flashbacks to explain her character, to explain her psychology, to explain why she's like that and all. Okay, fine, I would totally understand that, but the fact that they put him into the trailer, it's making me think that he's more important for the show than just for that, you know, for her. We'll see. And we had also that military guy, I can't remember his name, and I have this theory that I have the impression that the writers are confirming to me into each episode that in fact they are with us. We know the professor, we know that he planned all of that, you know, all of the Paris plan to release Raquel, to have her into the bank and all. He planned all of that. He planned also that the cops were gonna respond with a military thing. So if he thought about that, maybe he thought also that it could be great to hire someone into the military, someone that they were gonna call, and during the last episode we learned that all of the members of that team, they did illegal stuff into the past and all, and did you see them? Come on, they have to be with us. I said it, I'm gonna sing that until one of them is gonna kill one of us. If none of them is killing one of us, I'm gonna continue with that, they are with us. So the first episode was for that, you know, to introduce us to these new characters, but also to remind all of the viewers where our characters, they are, you know, into what places, and also what we are dealing with. Alicia, the fact that she was gonna torture El Professor, and the fact that she wants informations. Two things are gonna guide her for this season, at least for the part 1. She wants her honor back, she wants to win. That's why she can do all of that to El Professor. So that's why, you know, when she made that video during the last episode, it was for that, to tell to everyone that she won, that she kidnapped him, and to restore her honor, you know, to tell that she did it, and all of that. What is she gonna do with this video? I don't know. For the bank, the fact that we have this situation, all of these guys into it, but they have to hurry because now the situation changed because Raquel is into it. Marcella, that's it, is free, is outside of the bank, and the cops, they are losing their temper, and the military are now into the place to begin the war. The war began during the last episode, this episode 2, which was not about introducing us to the new characters and to the situations, it was to introduce us to the war. The tension during the last episode was... oh, that was awful. I mean, that was awful. That was so great. But for me, it was really emotional. I was into it during all of the episode, and I was in stress. Arturo died. Finally! I said it, I hated his character, so I'm glad. But on the other hand, to have me hate so much one character, it was because of the fact that he was so well written, he was a pain in the ass until the end, and he was so well played, and the writers also gave him a good death, because his death meant a lot. For Monica, the fact that she was the one to close that narrative arc, to close that love triangle, to close also her relationship with Arturo, the fact that he had the control on her for so many times and all, for what it meant for her to do it, to close that narrative arc, it was so great. For her development also, to be the one in charge, to be the one who did it, that's so great also. And for Arturo, his character, the last episode was also great because we had a lot of different scenes with him being a badass, you know, according to him, with all of these guns, these moments of action in which he was winning and he was leading and he was the one doing the plans, you know, the strategic plans and all. And he managed to manipulate Denver, he managed to hurt Denver and also other persons. For that, you know, Arturo, if you are on his shoes, you're like, I'm winning and I'm a fucking badass. And he had also an emotional moment with all of what he said to Monica, about Monica. Again, I don't think that he was in love with her, but he was truly suffering the fact that he couldn't have the control on her anymore, the fact that she chose to go with Denver and not with him. It was really a question of possession for him. For him, he said it, Denver stole Monica. And I think that it truly hurt him, because for him it was the beginning of the end to not have the control on her like that. So, a moment in which he was a badass, a moment of emotions for Arturo, and his end is also well written and is also representing well the character, because until the end he tried to manipulate Monica once again. He tried by telling her that she was not with them, that she was almost stupid to think so, and that she was gonna be a secret until the end. No, it's bringing back the viewers to the beginning, their relationship, how it was, how all of that began for Arturo, for Monica and Arturo, for Monica, Arturo and Denver. We are coming back to the beginning and we are closing it finally, and it's Monica who is doing it. That was such a good episode. For that, you know, that was such a good death. For that, for all of what it meant, that was such a good death. I'm not sure that Arturo deserved a death like that, but the character and how the writers made him and all of what it meant for all of the other characters, okay, he deserved it. Other things which were really wrong during the last episode, we lost Gandia, and Gandia knows a lot of stuff about the hostages, but also maybe about El Professor, so he's gonna say it to the cops. That's bad. We have Alicia, who now has El Professor, Marcia and Benjamin, so she can threaten, you know, to kill Benjamin and Marcia to have more information, to do more stuff. So that's bad also. But like I said during all of the last episode, like I'm trying to convince myself to reassure me, we have to lose a lot during this part 1. Be sure of that, print that into your head. We're gonna lose a lot during this part 1. We have to lose a lot to finally win at the end. I don't want to lose anyone, but maybe it's gonna happen. I have to prepare myself for that. I'm not sure that I am. So I told you my theory about the military guy. I have also one theory about the fact that the professor, he planned the fact that maybe he was gonna get caught when he told Lisboa, you know, when they went into the bed and all, it would be El Finale. That, for me, El Finale, it's like at the end of fireworks, you know, the big final with everything into it, the thing which is surprising us, which is happening like that, which is bigger than everything, and after that, it's the end. For me, it's not the end. Do you understand what I mean? We'll see. But I think that he also planned that. I have to think so. I have to believe so. I have to believe into him that much. But I think that he didn't say it to the other guys. He said it only to Lisboa. She's in charge. That was so great during the last episode. She's in charge. Right there, she's the leader. She's the one who is giving orders. And no one is questioning that, you know. She's a natural leader. Not only because she's, you know, the girl of El Professor, but really, they are all obeying to her. And that's it. Even Palermo. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now and let's go for this episode 3. Remember, you have my Patreon on which you already have the 5 first episodes with the full reaction part. For the 2 first episodes, for sure it was a full reaction part. I think that it's gonna be the same for this one. And you already have them all if you can be interested by that and also to support me, maybe. Let's go for this episode 3. The life. Is she gonna have her baby during this episode? Whoa, it could be great. I mean, it's gonna happen at some point. They didn't make her pregnant for no reason, so I think that it's gonna happen at some point. I think that we can use that moment. Right now, it could be, could be the good moment for us, you know, to use it. Wait, she's doing that to Arturo? No, please. For sure it's painful for her. You know, the fact that she had to do it. Arturo is not dead. I was even seeing that you had a good death. And that it was great that Monica did it. He's helping you. Denver is helping you. He knows what it means for you. If it's not love proof. We're really saving Arturo right now?
Tenemos que sacarlo de aquí ya. Estaba muerto hace un minuto. Para entrar a saco. Para matar a los rehenes.
show that. He's right. Oh, you have a plan! I love that. Arturo is not dead! Arturo is not dead! ¿El gobernador?
Comprendió que le había quitado a su hijo la última red que lo protegería del mundo. Arturo era el padre biológico del niño, de que ni ella ni Denver volverían a ver a Cincinnati.
Really? No. No, you're gonna find a way. I said that we had to lose a lot to finally win at the end. I consider that Arturo still alive will say the truth. Thank you, you said it. No! They gave him to you. No one is gonna believe that. You're not gonna obey.
¿Más heridos? 2 rehenes. La siguió el propio Román. Eso nada, fueron ellos. ¡Martínez, la documentación! ¡Martínez!
Le habría matado el latín. ¿Qué hago aquí pegando tiros y mi hijo con unos monjes? Cuando crezca, quiero que le digan quién fui.
Come on, you can be...
Le he jodido la vida a mi hijo. Mi padre también piensa que me jodió la vida a mí y le quiero como cura. Y me miró con una cara de dineros y eso, y me dijo: Juan, tú eres un hombre y los hombres no son niños. Al final te quedas con que todo lo que a tu padre le huele a niña es malo y te callas. Pero no podías contárselo. Y en aquella época de la televisión, cuando salía un hombre vestido de mujer, era para el cachondeo, para que la gente se riera. Mi padre era el primero que se descojonaba. Pero ahora le perdono porque pienso que yo no tuve referentes, pero es que él tampoco. Y que al final lo importante no es que un padre acierte, es que te quiera.
Thank you for saying it to me. Ah! Merlin?
¿Te gusta tu regalo? Para tu primer vuelo.
Your first fight?
Específicamente para ti.
Your first robbery? So you...
Sin riesgo. Básicamente.
It doesn't exist.
El 15 sí, cuando inauguren el Museo del Oro Vikingo.
We talked about it after the trailer, you and I, on the comments.
Oro Vikingo.
You're gonna replace...
Réplicas exactas del atol pieza a pieza del mayor tesoro vikingo encontrado hasta la fecha, en el Palacio de Frederiksborg. Exactamente el mismo sitio donde yo voy a dar un concierto dentro de 3 días.
Ah! You're gonna perform a concert? Oh, cool! Another robbery inside of the actual room. The place is beautiful.
Bajo al funerario vikingo y un texto vikingo, que en arqueología es el término que se utiliza. Y en los segundos que me parece sencillo. Pero es que estos objetos deberían estar en un museo. ¿Estás llamando arte a esto? Sí, por supuesto. Esta gente robaban piezas icónicas y extraordinarias latinas, griegas, fenicias y las fundían para hacer copas de vino, platos. Estamos devolviendo la dignidad a este oro.
I love you, Berlin, but no. Come on.
Va a ser un golpe inolvidable.
Ah! And you're gonna be a part of it.
El ejército va a entrar. Solamente está esperando a que la mayor destroce. Y lo va a hacer por 2 razones. Una,
No!
es un cobarde y un cabrón. 2,
I love how you're saying him.
toda esa gente por la que estás dispuesto a morir. Tu gente. Están muertos.
No.
Y solo yo puedo evitarlo. Dame la información. Levanto el teléfono y aquí no muere nadie, Sergio.
Les hemos convocado a esta rueda de prensa extraordinaria para informarles de las últimas novedades en torno a la desaparición de Alicia Sierra.
Ah! You're talking about her?
Ha traicionado el cuerpo de
Wait for her to send her video.
trabaja para la banda del profesor. Se trata de la imagen de una cámara de seguridad en un comercio cercano a su vivienda. se pierde a 2 calles de la Audiencia Nacional, el que pudo haber dirigido la extracción de fluido. Todo esto se está investigando ahora.
She's gonna send her video. She has to prove that she's on the right side. Two things are important for her. Remember that. Her honor back to win.
Hemos sabido que Alicia Sierra recibió 8 millones de euros en sociedades a su nombre en Panamá, Belice y Delaware.
Y a mi marcha atrás se quedó sin salida.
Siempre hay una salida.
She's not gonna do that.
¿En qué estado se encuentra Arturo Román?
En estado crítico, muy grave.
No, ahora está bien. Lo máximo que van a admitir es que primero les traicionó a ellos y luego a nosotros.
Cállese.
¿De verdad cree que van a asumir la generación de pruebas falsas?
Aha!
Como pueden ver, el cambio de escenario es drástico. Esto ha pasado de ser...
Even if she's coming like that, pointing at el professor.
Los protocolos son totalmente distintos.
No, they're guessing that it's a plan and all.
Esto va a ser una masacre. Entrar ahí dentro. Esto va a ser una masacre. Dejamos fuera de la partida. Ya ni siquiera sé dónde vamos a ir.
Porque además va en desacato.
Cállese.
Me ha convertido en una traidora. Ha arrestado a todos sus compañeros y médicos.
Don't touch her honor. Set it! She's gonna have her kid right there. Uh-huh. Yes, 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 no, it's good for us.
Se ha razonado y no pude criar a su hijo en la cárcel.
Los niños de la cárcel se crían perfectamente.
Cariño, si necesitaba dinero solo tenías que llamar.
Me hace más falta alguien que confiara en mí.
Eso lo dice por su padre, papá.
I miss your relationship.
Muchísimo mejor que antes.
Oye, pero para esto hay que estudiar, ¿eh? Vamos a imprimir 2.400 millones de pavos. Lo que está aquí se lo has comentado a tu padre, ¿no?
Ni lo sabe ni lo va a saber.
Berlin, for sure. You're there also? Oh. Does it mean that we're gonna have Nairobi at some point?
Que creo que hay un malentendido en todo esto. ¿Qué dices de malentendido, papá? A lo mejor no hemos entendido cómo quiere Benjamín que nos hagamos cargo de Julia. Y la estamos cagando. Benjamín está en la cárcel. Y nosotros no podemos hacer nada porque aquí no tenemos teléfono.
He was in jail?
Así que buenas noches. ¿A esta hora vas a llamar tú a la cárcel? Voy a llamar hasta ahora. Tenemos que andar 3 o 4 horas hasta encontrar un teléfono. No tengo nada.
You're gonna do it. He's your dad.
Tío, granadas. 6. Se va todas las primeras, hermano.
Pero más que un búnker, sentíamos que estábamos construyendo nuestra...
Palermo, you're still the one organizing stuff, but Raquel is the one taking decisions.
Sin padre, sin plan y sin esperanza.
Pero la vamos a cambiar. Aquí somos 10 contra 10.000 y sin entrenador. ¡Ding, ding, ding! ¡Alerta, equipo de atracadores del Banco de España! Alicia ya lo viste en el área de policía.
Yep.
Sierra va por libre.
You don't know that they said that she's with you. Okay, okay, okay.
El profesor no cayó, hermano. Está jugando su propio partido y que lo puede ganar. Está jugando contra una loca.
No, es una loca rabiosa, traicionada por los suyos.
And you don't know how much.
Seguramente ya sabe que el profesor no es el mayor de sus enemigos.
Elle a fait un bébé toute seule. That's a French song.